dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm good evening to everyone. It is interesting to be part of the Water and Energy Week and to talk about sustainable water reuse and aquifer recharge. We all agree that the importance of water reuse in the region and the need for water reuse. So if you see some of the challenges and current practice for a country like UAE, where we have limited natural resources like no rivers and fully rely on desalination. We already have a subsidized tariff, and most of the private companies also rely on their individual desalination. Insufficient allocation of treated sewage, which is mostly used for agriculture or recreational uses. And if you see, government also need to have a very strong regulatory framework for as much as usage of TSE water. And there are also most of the treatment facilities is managed by government, and we also go through a seasonal demand variation and fluctuation in this. So the lot of non-revenue TSE is can be used for other purposes. So let's see what B6 has accomplished in last few years. B6 is also known as 6 construct in the region. We are into construction, buildings, infrastructure, water, waste to energy. So especially in water reuse, B6 produces and treats about 35% of TSE in UAE. If you see this interesting slide here, the water recycle from FEWA desalination plants, the water is generally pumped to distribution centers, and from distribution centers it reaches households, and also it is used for irrigation. The important point to note here is on the irrigation, because groundwater is also used for irrigation, and also private farms use the groundwater. So we believe in public-private partnership. We have, for example, in Ajman, we have developed the full concession from sewage network to treatment plant, and we go further, treating this sewage in our Safi plant, which is a recycling plant which treats the treated sewage to industrial and commercial use. So a lot of groundwater can be saved by using the treated TSE water for irrigation. So if you see just to more details about Safi, Safi is a very good example. We started in 2012 with capacity of 1,000 meter cube per day. We gradually increased, and today we are at 10,000 meter cube per day. The water was initially used for Tabriz district cooling, and now it is used for various industrial purposes like hydro testing, for road building, ready mix, construction sites. So the opportunities are endless for water reuse. So how do we do this? We are proud. In UAE, we are the first company to use the recycled water for industrial and commercial use. For example, you can see the tanker filling station, which was rehabilitated and launched in November last year. The facility was opened by His Highness Ruler of Ajman. So instead of wasting the water, dumping the TSE back to the marine environment or to the sea, it can be used for various industrial purposes. So how do we do this in sustainable way? I have already explained about some challenges and current practice. Let's see what are the opportunities available for us. Instead of only relying on desalination and only relying on the individual desalination or subsidized tariff for this, the government need to act in this case and close the boreholes or the groundwater tapping. Also, if you see in the allocation of TSE, it can be used for not only for agriculture or recreational use, but also for many industrial purposes. The government framework can have to be improved, not only managing the treatment plants, but also engaging private partners. So we believe in a complete PPP model. So the seasonal demand variation can be managed by having an aquifer storage which can be used the surplus TSE in other seasons. So what is the way forward? It's by create and share, that is create awareness and share awareness. From young generation, the water recycling and its advances has to be educated from, for example, from school levels. So I have explained you about some of the challenges, current practice and opportunities. So this is my, to end off the presentation. To focus on more significant opportunities, especially regarding aquifer recharge and using of surplus TSE, we are also conducting next week a future water cycle where, again, I thank His Excellency for accepting our invitation. So only 3% of TSE is being reused for other opportunities. So we will talk more about what are the other opportunities for use of TSE for having water in sustainable way. So again, we meet next week here in the same location. So if you are interested, please meet our desk in exhibition hall. Invitation is only by pre-registration. So thank you once again. Thank you.